with the constraint manager set up and the layers also set up properly, now is the time when we start placing the components and then start routing wires between them. So the way that you place components is initially, like I said, you just put them randomly when you are placing it the first time. But from after that, what you have to do is you have to organize this so that routing becomes easier and logical. So the way that you do that is you place the components which are related with each other. So you go back to the schematic view and you see which particular components are related to each other. So let's start with the power supply. So J3, C4 and C5 are related to each other. So where is J3 in this design? I think this is J3 and this is the center of the board. So we are going to place this, let's say, towards the edge of my board. So let's keep it here. And then C3 and C4, where are they? This is C2, so it's not 8. Then C1, not 8, but then we can find it here. Then we have C3 and we have C4. So let us place those two components close to each other. So the first one is C4. We would place it here, let's say, close to the component. And then what we would do is we would place C4, which is let's say on this side, making it easier to access and work with. So there I go. So these are now logically placed together and are a single thing. Now the next part of things which we would do is we will save this immediately and it will say overwrite yes. After that, let us look at the next sheet. Then what do we have? We have the oscillator block, which is just the oscillator by itself. But then let's go to something else that is more populated. Let's see the clock IC. So the clock IC contains itself as well as C1, C2, C3, R1 and the switch. Okay. Now the clock IC by itself is this one. So let us place it somewhere which is central to the board, for example, let's say. And then let us take this out for now. Then what we have is this is the switch 2. So the switch is related with our reset circuitry. So let us do that. Let us have the switch somewhere here. And then we would need the capacitor C1 and the resistor. So the resistor, let us put it here, and the capacitor which is required, let's see, the capacitor is this one, C1. Let us bring it close to where it should connect. So it seems like it would connect somewhere here. So let us keep it that way. Let us connect it like that. Okay. Now after that, what we would basically be doing is so the reset circuitry is also taken care of. Then the other things that we need to do is we need to have the clock. Okay, now where does the clock go to? The clock goes to the microcontroller, the micro or the clock IC. So let us place it again close to the IC, as close as we possibly can. And then the other thing that is related with it is the is this C here. So that is something else that we have placed. I think we are left with another capacitor. Yes, that, let us place it somewhere here. And then the output block, let us place it somewhere where we can draw the wires to pretty easily. So maybe place it somewhere in here. Okay. So with that particular thing, now we basically have a logical grouping of the various different elements. Let us place it out a little bit more so that the wires have an easier time getting there. So let us place all of these things in this vicinity and like this. Okay, so this is one of the ways in which you can do it, and you can logically make an arrangement of the things on your board. And after that, what you need to do is save the board first, and next is when we will start routing it. So in the next video, I'll show you the routing of a couple of wires, so that the various different things which you have to keep in mind while routing will be things which you would be able to directly see when I do that. And so on to the next one.